Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'll be presenting on one of my CAS experience, which is playing the recorder. Okay, so presentation overview. I will be covering these things in my presentation for today. First things first, the description, and so on. Feelings, how did I feel throughout the whole experience. Next, evaluation, what went well, what did not go well. Analysis, conclusion, and action plan. The action plan I'm gonna put together with the conclusion because I think I accidentally did something. Okay, anyway, first things first, what's a recorder? Based on my research, it's back then it's called a German flute in the 1800s. So the name evolves to recorder because musicians. Oh my God, I cannot hear it. Because the musicians or musical instrument players during that time, they recorded music using the musical instruments to create music or songs. So there are many types of recorders. There's alto, tenor, soprano, sopranino, bass, and fifer. So what I got with me now, this is soprano. This is sopranino. So this one has it's like a normal what do you call it? Normal pitch for everyone. You want to hear?
Of course.
It's like
Yes.
yes. So this one is a higher pitch, which sounds like yeah. Okay. Next, how did I discover the recorder? My grandmother has one at home. So I didn't know what it was. So I asked my grandmother what was this, but she didn't know the name was recorder. So my mother told me that it's a recorder. So then I began searching. Oh, the recorder was such and such, so and so. That what I told you just now in the beginning. So secondly, I was actually aiming for the clarinet. But before clarinet, I actually aimed for the flute, or I don't know, something else. But then I remembered that I wanted to learn the clarinet because of the soothing sound it makes. Like, you know, when you watch SpongeBob, Squidward plays clarinet, right? So actually my mother's friend, his name is Abdul Samad. He's actually a clarinetist, an expert in playing the clarinet. So as you can see here, it's a dismantled clarinet. The thing that he didn't encourage me to begin with the clarinet because it's very, very difficult. Yeah. To compare the recorder, even though the recorder is difficult, the clarinet is like 10 times much more difficult than playing the recorder. Because as you can see here, a dismantled clarinet is really difficult to clean compared to the recorder. So the recorder is easy to clean because you can just take it out. Like how I saw in YouTube, they pick a sock, I think a sock or something, then they poke it using a pencil. Not poke the sock, but like coat the pencil using the sock, and then they just clean it, like push it through so that it will clear some like what water droplets where you blow, and then water droplets or water vapor will come out. So that's how you clean the recorder. So if you compare with the clarinet, it's really laborious to clean it up. That's why that guy Abdul Samad, he didn't recommend me to start the clarinet. So thirdly, I thought the recorder was beginner friendly. I thought, yeah. So that's why I began with the recorder, and that's why I chose it. So what did I do this CAS experience? First thing first, what is it? It's learning how to play the recorder. When 31st March 2019 up to 30th June, excluding April because of SA1, asymmetric assessment 1. So where? At home. The one about my mom's friend Abdul Samad, actually we went to his house. So I didn't put it here because I didn't have much evidence on it. Only his bust, but not his head and his hand. So we went there just for a kickstart on music theory, which I will explain a little bit later on. So next, myself, my mom's friend Abdul Samad, and some musicians on YouTube. So how did I undergo this experience via YouTube videos and some books which I didn't take a picture of them. Okay, anyway, why did I choose to carry out this CAS experience? Because I had the interest in mastering a new instrument. Since I'm not saying that I actually mastered one instrument, but I'm from an angklung club in Marasal, it's my school. So after learning some things in this club or band, I don't know, club, I began thinking like, can I apply whatever I learned in other instruments like the piano? Actually, I tried using a piano. It actually works, but not 100%. So now I'm trying the recorder to see if whatever I've learned in angklung and I can apply it here. Yes. So this is some the videos that I referred to for this experience, and that's me. The reason that it's not a full picture because no one was there to take a picture of me. Yeah. Furthermore, it's my I actually had to borrow my parents' rooms because every room was occupied, including my room, because my sister was occupying the room the whole time. Yeah. So that's the YouTube video I was watching and me practicing at the same time while watching the video. Okay, furthermore, I searched on Recorder for Beginners and Reading Music, which is also equivalent to music theory. So I watched some videos and read websites on those topics in order to get an solid overview on what the recorder is like, because I thought it was for beginners, but actually it's really difficult. Yeah, if you want to try it. So I actually tried to find the best recorder which actually suits for beginner. So they recommend me this one, which is called the Sopranino German recorder. Yeah, it's black and I like it. But I didn't like it after going through this experience because has a very high pitch and I don't like high pitch instruments. But it's dark in color, that's why I like it. Yeah. So I actually played the recorder with the help of some YouTubers, as like how I mentioned just now. Okay, so I'm going to focus on one LO for this presentation, which is to demonstrate how to plan. Is it LO3 or LO4? Okay, how to plan and initiate a CAS experience. Okay, so I felt excited and very curious before this experience happened. I'm going to show you how I plan out this experience later on. So I felt excited because, like I said, I wanted to master a new instrument, but then I will tell you what happened later on. So I was curious as well because it's a what do you call it? It's a windpipe. So it's like not a windpipe. It's it's a musical instrument which requires wind like clarinets and flutes and anything else. So I was curious like how would these musical instruments actually produce sound with different pitches. But then I found out that the longer it is, the lower pitch it plays. So since this one is thinner and shorter, that's why it plays higher pitch than this one. Okay, so during the experience, I felt exhausted and I felt like giving up. You know why? Because it was a very tedious process because I believe my fingers were fat, so I cannot maneuver properly with the holes here. So it took me some time, and I almost felt like giving up because okay I was a bit complacent for this particular instrument because I thought it was for beginners, but then it's not. So it's actually very very difficult. Yeah, that's why I felt exhausted, felt very tired because I needed to do the same things over and over again because one of the YouTube videos they mentioned that you have to practice breathing in order for you to get the breath and the sound to get out correctly, and then you have to maneuver your fingers correctly as well. So you have to finger exercise like how pianists. Okay. So after the experience, I felt contented because I managed to play 2 songs, but later I'm gonna play only one. But then, however, I was slightly unhappy because I had to cancel a few activities of mine, which I'm going to explain later on. So, moving on to evaluation, what went well and what did not go well. So what went well? I was able to craft an outline. So this relates back to my LO, to the LO I wish to achieve, which is able to plan and initiate a CAS experience. So I was able to craft an outline or plan out what I intend to do, as you can see here. So I plan to have every session conducted every Sunday, first session being 31st March. This was the very beginning. So I intend to finish this experience on 18 August. So yeah, later on. So I managed to follow almost all of the planned out activities. So I managed to meet a musician, which is Mr. Abdul Samad before this. Then I managed to read out and having breathing exercises, fingering exercises, and I was able to actually read some chords and notes, which is called the music theory. Later on, I'm gonna show you some things. Yeah, like this one here is actually the music theory, the music sheet. They call it the tauge because they look like tauge. This is what Mr. Abdul Samad told us. So I actually here it says one simple song practice, Ode to Joy, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I managed to complete Ode to Joy. Then I actually intended to I'm gonna show you where I stopped, okay, later on. So thirdly, I learned a lot of things, mainly the music theory here. I'm gonna show you later on what the music theory actually looks like. So here is what I learned. As you can see here, this thing here is called it's a G clef, which is the normal pitch you play. You have the G clef or the F. G clef is usually it's like the usual clef you see. It's called a clef because it's the tone that or the pitch that you're going to play throughout the whole song. So there's actually a bass clef also, which looks like a question mark if you all have seen it before. So this is how you read it. Okay, from below, every good boy deserves food. So each line actually represents one note. So this is E, G, B, D, and F. Okay, so that's how you read it. But then for the bass clef, which I didn't have it here, I'm just going to tell you. So from above, you read the bass clef from above if you want to memorize the musical note chords properly. So it's like good boy deserves food always. That's it. Yeah, but if you say that's it, that means it's that, but then you have to memorize and it should be in your fingertips. This thing should be on fingertips, but I was still struggling with it after I finished this experience. So what did not go well? I had to cancel some activities due to unexpected events or happening assignments, exams, etc. I forgot to put the. As you can see, I managed to only complete until phase 9, and all the X's are the activities that I cancelled due to unexpected exams, tests, and so on. So I only managed to complete until session 9. Yeah. So from after session 5, phase 5 or 6, I actually practiced on playing the 2 songs that I managed to play on the recorder. So I feel this is the reason why I feel like giving up and it's like I'm almost thinking like, hey, what's the point of doing this? But then I remembered that I actually learned some things like the music theory and perseverance and so on, and what it takes to actually play a musical instrument and every musical instrument is never easy for a total beginner like me. Yes. Okay. Analysis. So I felt like that I had chosen the right thing to do, which is to cancel out some activities that I feel that I may not achieve or may not be able to complete them because I had to prioritize my studies. That's what I see. So despite having fewer sessions, I managed to master 2 folk songs of my favorite. So I managed to play Ode to Joy and also Skip to My Lou, if you guys know. It's like 2 folk songs, but I don't think it's pretty popular in our class. But it's actually very popular in the musical industry, because folk songs are the ones that they practice on in order for them to master the chords and finger exercise and so on. I forgot about the conclusion. Anyway, to conclude, right, I believe that I had achieved my LO because I had shown that the process of planning, and I managed to follows most of the things that I wanted to do. But then, of course, like whatever we plan may not turn out well, so that's why I had to cancel some things. Yes. So action plan, I have to plan very very carefully and ahead next time, and I have to delve through other researches on the recorder especially, and maybe like be any instrument actually, because not to be complacent and things like that. So I have to consider both sides, like, or maybe it's good for beginners, maybe it's not. But in my opinion, I think if you are like very new to something, I was very 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 new to recorders, so it's actually not a good start for me to actually start with the recorder. I should actually start with the music theory and complete the music theory, every single thing first. Like how Mr. Abdul Samad said, one actually need 2 to 3 years to actually complete level 1 of music theory. Yeah, they have exams. So like if you want to be a professional trainer or professional musician, it will take you about like what 12 years or 10 to become a musician and so on. Yeah. So secondly, best to have a professional trainer with me so that he or she could assist me in planning my way through learning a new musical instrument. Um, um, the, we actually went to Mr. Abdul Samad's house only for one day, because just to get a kickstart of it, because I didn't plan to actually meet him face to face, one to one for this recorded experience, because I intend to follow whatever is on YouTube. But then I found out that YouTube videos were not that efficient. So that's why maybe I should go for classes to have to actually um, play and master any musical instrument that I wish to. Yeah. So that's all from me. Do you do you want me to play?
Yes.
I think I should, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Of course.
Okay. Um, you can hear, right? Isn't the voice is not? It's not like breaking up. Hello. Okay. Okay. Let me try. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to play. Okay. Wait. Ode to Joy, I guess. Wait. Wait. Okay. Let me just try to refresh back my memory. From the start, it should be like. Okay. Wait. I forgot the D, but can you? Do you see? It's actually Ode to Joy.
Can hear
If
that.
you know what the song is.
Yes.
Was it okay? Oh no. It was okay, right?
Can.
I should if skip to Milo, it sounds like yeah, something like that. Then the second bar or the second part of the song will be like faster and even more faster. Yeah, so that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.